Hey, I'm Kelly. If you love cars as much as I do, you're in the right place. From drifting car days to uncovering the world's most iconic rides. Gear up and subscribe to Drive with Kelly for non-stop car fun. Ford has just dropped some explosive news about the 2027 F-150, and truck enthusiasts across the country are losing their minds. After years of listening to customer feedback, watching competitors struggle, and analyzing what actually works in the real world, Ford is making changes that will fundamentally transform America's best-selling vehicle. Forget the compromises, forget the limitations, forget everything you thought you knew about electric trucks. The 2027 F-150 is bringing innovation that actually makes sense, capability that doesn't quit halfway through a job, and technology that real truck owners will actually use. The all-new 2027 F-150 wows everybody, and here's everything you need to know about what makes this upcoming model so special. Revolutionary range extender technology. The biggest news coming out of Dearborn isn't just another engine option or a minor refresh. Ford is fundamentally reimagining what an electric truck can be with the introduction of the F-150 Lightning EREV. Extended range electric vehicle technology represents the solution that truck buyers have been desperately waiting for. The current all-electric Lightning taught Ford valuable lessons about what works and what doesn't in the real world of truck ownership. Pure battery power delivers incredible acceleration and smooth operation, but the limitations became impossible to ignore. Range anxiety during long hauls, towing capacity that disappears faster than morning fog, charging infrastructure that still doesn't exist where people actually need their trucks to work. That's exactly why Ford engineers went back to the drawing board with a radical new approach. The Lightning EREV uses electric motors to drive the wheels, giving you that instant torque and whisper-quiet operation that makes electric vehicles so impressive. But here's where it gets interesting. An onboard gasoline generator acts as a power source, constantly feeding electricity to keep the batteries charged without ever directly turning the wheels. Think of it like a modern locomotive, which uses diesel generators to power electric motors. This isn't your grandfather's hybrid system where the gas engine sometimes powers the wheels and sometimes doesn't. This is pure electric drive with the freedom of conventional refueling. The result? An estimated range exceeding 700 miles. That's not a typo. 700 miles between stops, whether you're running empty or pulling a heavy trailer. Compare that to the current Lightning's 320-mile maximum, and you start to understand why this changes everything. No more planning your entire trip around charging stations. No more wondering if that camping spot or job site is too far away. No more cutting family vacations short because the battery won't hold up under load. Ford's engineers promise the Lightning EREV will tow like a locomotive while maintaining the electric driving experience that owners love. The system delivers near instantaneous torque for acceleration that still feels sports car quick, with Ford targeting a sprint to 60 mph in under 5 seconds. That's performance that makes traditional trucks look slow while giving you the range to actually use all that power. Complete platform redesign. The powertrain revolution isn't happening in isolation. Industry sources confirm the 2027 F-150 will debut on an entirely new platform, marking the most significant structural changes to the truck in years. The current T3 platform has served Ford well since 2021, but it's fundamentally an evolution of architecture that dates back to 2009. That's nearly 2 decades of refinement. And while those improvements added up to something impressive, there's only so far you can push an aging design. Ford's new platform promises to address every weakness that the current generation couldn't fully solve. Weight distribution will be optimized for both traditional powertrains and the new EREV system. Towing dynamics will benefit from revised suspension geometry and frame reinforcements in all the right places. Ride quality improvements are coming through better isolation of road noise and vibration. The platform will also provide a foundation for future technologies that Ford hasn't even announced yet, giving the F-150 room to grow and adapt as customer needs continue evolving. Exterior styling will see substantial updates while staying true to the aggressive, capable aesthetic that makes the F-150 instantly recognizable. Expect a bolder front fascia with updated LED lighting signatures that look modern without being fussy. Improved aerodynamics will help efficiency without sacrificing the rugged appearance that truck buyers demand. Active air management features will open and close grille shutters automatically to balance cooling needs with wind resistance. Even small details like door handles and mirror designs are being reconsidered to reduce drag and wind noise at highway speeds. Interior transformation. Step inside the 2027 F-150, and you'll immediately notice that Ford has elevated the entire cabin experience to match luxury SUV standards. The dashboard layout has been completely redesigned to be less cluttered while putting all the important controls exactly where you need them. A massive 15-inch vertical touchscreen dominates the center stack, running Ford's latest Sync 5 Plus infotainment system with voice commands that actually understand natural language. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration come standard across the lineup, eliminating the tangle of cables that used to clutter every truck interior. Digital instrument clusters are now standard equipment even on base models, providing customizable displays that can show navigation, towing information, fuel economy data, or traditional gauges, depending on what you need. Higher trim levels add head-up displays that project key information directly onto the windshield, letting you monitor your speed and navigation without taking your eyes off the road. The materials quality takes a noticeable step up, with more soft-touch surfaces, better quality plastics, and attention to finishing details like stitching patterns and trim pieces. But Ford hasn't forgotten that the F-150 remains a work truck at its core. Multiple USB-C charging ports throughout the cabin keep devices powered up. Clever storage solutions include bins sized for actual items that people carry, not just generic cubbies. Available features like heated and ventilated seats, premium audio systems, and wireless charging pads are no longer relegated to only the most expensive trims. Even mid-level configurations will offer amenities that used to require jumping to luxury models. The Pro Power onboard system continues to be a game-changer for work trucks, offering up to 12 kilowatts of exportable power for tools, equipment, or emergency home backup. Imagine running your entire job site from your truck bed, or keeping your refrigerator and lights on during a power outage. That's real capability that extends far beyond just driving from point A to point B. Enhanced safety systems. Ford's Co-Pilot 360 suite of driver assistance features is being expanded and refined for the 2027 model year. Adaptive cruise control now works more smoothly in stop-and-go traffic, while lane-keeping assistance is less intrusive when you're intentionally changing lanes. Automatic emergency braking has been tuned to better recognize pedestrians and cyclists, while reducing false alarms that used to startle drivers for no reason. Blue Cruise hands-free driving capability extends to over 300,000 miles of mapped highways, allowing you to take your hands off the wheel during long interstate drives, while the truck handles steering, acceleration, and braking. The system uses multiple cameras and sensors to monitor road conditions and driver attention, creating a semi-autonomous experience that genuinely reduces fatigue on long hauls. Evasive steering assist can help you avoid collisions by providing additional steering torque when the system detects an obstacle you're about to hit. Blind spot monitoring with trailer tow coverage extends the truck's awareness to include whatever you're pulling behind you. Capability that doesn't quit. The F-150 has always been about getting work done, and the 2027 model year pushes those capabilities to new levels. Towing capacity remains at the top of the segment, with properly equipped models still capable of hauling 14,000 pounds. But Ford has focused on making the entire towing experience better, not just the raw numbers. Trailer sway control uses individual wheel braking to keep everything stable even in crosswinds. Pro Trailer Backup Assist takes the stress out of reversing with a trailer attached, letting you use a knob to steer the trailer while the truck figures out how to position the wheels. Payload ratings continue to impress, with reinforced frames and upgraded suspension components allowing the F-150 to carry massive loads in the bed without sagging or losing composure. Multiple bed lengths and cab configurations ensure that buyers can spec exactly the truck they need for their specific work requirements. Whether you're a contractor hauling equipment to job sites or a weekend warrior loading up camping gear for family adventures, there's an F-150 configuration that fits perfectly. The Raptor and Raptor R performance variants aren't going anywhere either. These high-performance off-road machines continue pushing the boundaries of what a production truck can do, with upgraded suspension, massive tires, and power outputs that make them faster than many sports cars. New modular front bumpers allow for easier repairs and customization. Updated graphics packages let buyers choose between subtle and in-your-face styling. And refined Fox suspension components provide even better control over rough terrain while maintaining surprisingly comfortable on-road behavior. Pricing and availability. The 2027 F-150 is expected to arrive in showrooms during the latter half of next year, giving Ford time to ensure all these updates are properly implemented and tested. Pricing details remain preliminary, but industry analysts expect the base model to start around $40,000 to $42,000, keeping the F-150 accessible to buyers who need a capable work truck without luxury frills. Mid-range trims like the XLT and Lariat will likely fall in the $50,000 to $65,000 range, while premium options like the King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited could reach $75,000 to $85,000, depending on equipment. The Lightning EREV will command a premium over traditional powertrains, but Ford is determined to keep pricing competitive. When you factor in the eliminated range anxiety and improved practicality compared to the pure electric version, the value proposition becomes compelling. Multiple trim levels will ensure the EREV serves everyone from fleet buyers to luxury truck enthusiasts. The bottom line. The 2027 F-150 represents everything that makes Ford's truck division special. By listening to what customers actually want instead of chasing industry trends that don't work in the real world, Ford has created a truck that solves real problems. The Lightning EREV delivers 700-mile range without sacrificing the electric driving experience. The new platform provides a foundation for years of future improvements. The upgraded interior rivals luxury SUVs while maintaining work truck practicality, and the pricing remains competitive despite all these enhancements. America's best-selling vehicle isn't just getting a facelift. It's getting a complete reinvention that addresses every complaint, fixes every weakness, and delivers exactly what truck buyers have been asking for. From contractors who need reliable transportation to executives who want luxury wrapped in capability, the 2027 F-150 lineup has something for everyone. Now tell me what you think about the 2027 Ford F-150 in the comments. And if this reveal impressed you, get a sneak peek on the latest collection of Stellantis. The 5 new hidden models that got leaked and are now blowing up the automotive market popped on the upper left of your screen.